To my right is Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police, Wayne Joseph, in charge of the Criminal Investigation Branch. He was recently appointed as such. And to my left is Superintendent Christopher Brown, who is in charge of the Crime Portfolio Secretariat. On Tuesday, May 14, 2024, about 5 p.m., Ms. Danielle Anglin, a 29-year-old teacher of a corporate area primary school and of a Helshaw Park, Portmore, St. Catherine address, was reported missing to the St. Catherine South Police by her parents. Ms. Anglin reported left her house on Monday, May 13, 2024, about 5:50 a.m. en route to school and had not been seen or heard from since. An investigative team was assembled consisting of St. Catherine South Criminal Investigation Branch, led by the St. Catherine South Crime Officer and supported by the Communication Forensic and Cybercrime Division, CFCD, Scenes of Crime and Criminal Investigation Branch Headquarters, CIB Headquarters. As part of the investigations, the team visited her community and her school and conducted a number of interviews. The team also utilized available technologies and forensic capabilities which allowed for identification of a number of vehicles which were assessed and analyzed, and with skill application of their training, identify a vehicle of interest. The driver of the vehicle was subsequently identified and taken into custody following investigations. Again, with the use of technologies, we were able to identify a location in Salt River in Clarendon as the last identifiable location that Ms. Anglin was in. As a direct result, a number of searches were done within sections of St. Catherine and Clarendon. On Monday, June 3rd, 2024, about 6:30 a.m., police made a discovery of human skeletal remains in a section of Salt River in the parish of Clarendon. It is still too early in our investigation to state definitively that it is Ms. Anglin's body, and thus we await the findings of the forensic team. Given the weight of the evidence collected thus far, the suspect in the matter has since given a statement to the police admitting his involvement. I want to point out that this specific suspect was arrested and charged sometime about 2015 by the police for sexual offenses. He was also convicted in Antigua for sexual offenses and deported to Jamaica. We appeal to the public. If you have any information that can assist with this case and any other, please reach out to 119 or the nearest police station. This and other investigations in the past indicate the quality of the people and technology within the constabulary force to serve and protect. It bears testament of good work, collaboration, due diligence, police and public partnerships, and attention to detail. I would like to offer my commendation to the entire investigative team. Certainly, it's a joint initiative between the JCF and citizens. Again, we appeal to the public. If you have any information that can assist with this case and any other, please reach out to 119 or the nearest police station.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. So let's just review what the police have just said. So Danielle Anglin, a primary school teacher, left her home at approximately 5:50 a.m. on May 13th, and she was never seen again. So the police have been conducting their investigation, and a vehicle came on their radar. It was linked to her disappearance. I guess judging from the time that she took this vehicle and the vehicles that are operating in the area. And of course, maybe CCTV surveillance and all of that. and they have now held a convicted sex offender for her MURDER. Of course, they will be conducting further investigations to confirm 100% that it is indeed Danielle Anglin. Her body was found in Salt River, Clarendon, and that was on Monday in, isolated area. So there's a suspected driver of the motor vehicle that she took to take her to school was held. And this person is a sex offender that they held. His name have not been released. So we're getting a lot of these things being repeated over and over and over with people who are operating vehicles. When we were growing up, most of the vehicles were government owned for transportation. So every single time you step into a vehicle, especially for girls and women, it's like you're rolling a dice. I would say that most of the drivers are decent, hardworking individuals. But there is a certain amount that came into the occupation just to have access to children, students, and young girls. How many more bodies have not been found that they have disposed of and will never be found? A lot of people have gone missing, and we hear that some people have gone missing because of human trafficking, but I think a very high percentage is because of the private passenger vehicles that they are taking to school and to work, and of course for other business. In a country, transportation is so vital. When are we going to get more public buses on the road? We need the government. The government should be in charge of majority of the transportation. An established transportation system in any country is imperative. It is safer. It is a safer option for the citizens. When are they going to make it mandatory for all private passenger vehicles to have cameras for the safety of children and girls and women, especially? Boys and men do go missing as well, right? They are of a lesser percentage, but it does happen. We heard over and over again, ladies and girls taken from these private passenger vehicles and essayed. There's even a gentleman that wrote a book that he was in a private passenger vehicle when the vehicle pulled up in an isolated area, and the lady that was in the vehicle was pulled out of the vehicle, even though he was a passenger in the vehicle, taken to the bushes and assaulted. He's written a book about that, and he himself was caught up in it when the person allegedly pointed him out to police, saying that he did the crime when he did not. He was a mere passenger in the vehicle. We have seen a little girl, 12 to 13 years old, sticking her foot out of a private passenger vehicle to alert citizens that she was in danger. And an alert citizen, I believe a group of ladies that were traveling behind that taxi, would not let it out of their sight until he pushed the little girl out of that vehicle. No one has to really think about what could have happened to that little girl and what was his intention. Was he ever found? Because the license plates were delivered to the police. We never heard anything since that. And I would love to know what really happened. We have so many students taking private passenger vehicles. Their parents have never seen them again, and they're never heard from again. Where are they? Should the government have private passenger vehicles picking up kids, picking up public in general when they are not monitored by CCTV? I believe it is a very dangerous operation. Remember, I'm reminding you again that not all drivers are guilty of this. I would say 80 to 90% of them are law abiding, but you have at least a 5 to 10% of them in there doing grievous bodily harm or even worse to the public at large. This must end. Now, a person who was on the sex offender registry was arrested. Why can't the public have access to the sex offenders registry? Are they being monitored? Should this person be around the public? Should this person be a driver of a public passenger vehicle? Should this person have access to ladies, girls, students, underage citizens? It is a very risky situation. Are sex offenders being monitored in Jamaica like they should be monitored? Are their names just on the registry and then that's it? Are they restricted from going into certain occupations and going into certain areas, especially near a school? We know that she was a primary school teacher and she was on her way to school. I don't believe that enough is being done, and I don't believe that they're being monitored to the last T. The Sexual Offences Act of 2009 allowed for the establishment of a sex offenders registry in Jamaica and the sexual offences.